Hi, my name's Dan, and we're playing Dungeon Keeper, the Keeper FX mod, which improves a bunch of things from the original 1997 or 8 version. This is a quick intro, where we'll talk about what we're doing, why we're doing it, and how we're doing it. This is the very first level of the tutorial. It gets played later in the playlist, but this one, just a quick intro on how and what we're doing. So, first things first, what we've got here is a subterranean layer, a dungeon, if you will. And the point of the dungeon is twofold. One is we've got to protect this, which is our dungeon heart. If that's destroyed, we lose the game. And the second objective is to destroy either a rival keeper who will also have a dungeon heart, or the heroes, the Lord of the Land, and their dungeon if they've got one, which will either be a dungeon with a dungeon heart like this but with white motifs, or it'll be a single plain character who's usually got a lot more health and does a lot more damage than the rest, a boss character, if you will. In the dungeon we can do a bunch of things. You can see the hand there is what the cursor turns into. We can pick things up, we can put things down. Anything that's on our ground and is either neutral or ours can be picked up, and can also be slapped. Slapped creatures work harder, they move faster, etc. You can start to really injure your creatures if you keep slapping them, and you can kill them by accident or on purpose. These little guys are called imps. They are our basic worker unit. There's 2 worker units in the game, but the AI only uses one. The AI uses one for heroes, and there's one which is demons, creatures, whatever you want to call us, the bad guys. If it wasn't immediately clear, we're the bad guys in this game rather than the good guys, which is a nice change of pace. Bullfrog were quite keen on exploring that part of video games. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 things. One is we can see we've got here, which is a certain amount of money. That will go down as we build things and as we pay creatures for doing their jobs, and as we pay creatures for training. And if we need to buy anything like rooms or spells, most of those cost money. So what we'll need to do is build a treasure room, which we just built there, and we'll need to mine out some gold, which we can do here. Now the imps will, once they've decided they've got a job, approach it. We can tell the imps to dig, and they have a bunch of idle tasks, which includes claiming this neutral ground. And if they don't have any neutral ground to claim, then they'll start building walls around our dungeon. So once we've dug into this, we'll see that the rest of the soil around it is kind of like the edges of this. It's fairly unimpressive looking, etc. They're digging the gold, and as we can see, if we want to have a look at them, they all have a little name, and they all say how much gold they've got on them. So as this guy digs, he'll dig more until he's completely full and bring it back. As far as I know, that doesn't change with the imp's level, which is the next important thing to talk about. Each of your creatures has an experience level. As they train, they'll get better and bigger and stronger, and all of their stats will increase, their health, their damage. They might even gain new spells, new attacks, etc. The only way to train them in this game is to either use the training room, which we don't unlock for a couple of levels, or to find an increase level special item, which will increase all of our creatures' levels by 1. How do we get creatures? Well, what we've got to do is we've got to get them from this, which is the portal. As you can see, it's got this rainbow fire going around it. All of our rooms have a trail of fire going around them, and they denote the efficiency of the room. So the more efficient the room is, the more stuff you can fit in it, and the better it does its job. The shape of a room and whether or not the room has walls and doors increases its efficiency. So this is the most efficient room we can make at the moment, which is a 3x3 treasure room. Now if we drop the walls a little bit, we can turn the walls down so we can see that this is 3x3, and it's nearly as full as it can be. These guys have put the walls there, but this is the plain wall. They won't come and dig. They won't come and put the walls there. Let's dig through to get to the portal. Once we've got creatures, they'll need somewhere to live, and we'll need to create the lair, the living space. With this being the very first level, we'll only attract 2 types of creatures, flies and beetles. That's absolutely fine, because the things that we're going to be fighting against is tunnelers and an extremely weak boss hero when he comes through. The next thing we'll need to do is feed our creatures, and we can do that by building a hatchery, which is a little room full of chickens. If we tell the imps to dig this space out, they'll come over here once they've finished doing some walls. Here comes one now. Let's make him work a little harder. And he'll dig through here, and we'll create the hatchery in there. The chickens will allow the creatures to heal, and as well as that, it'll let them eat. Larger creatures need feeding. One of these is the hunger. Which one is it? Not 100% sure. But so long as you can keep your creatures well fed and keep their requirements seen to, they'll stay happy in the dungeon. If they get unhappy, they'll either leave via the portal, or they'll start breaking things and fighting with each other, which can be a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. This is the FX mod, Keeper FX mod, which gives us a load of helpful abilities that, like creating rooms en masse. It used to be that you had to put every single square down yourself, but now this mod lets us put big blocks of stuff down. It lets us click and drag, and we can see this is sparkling. It's asking us to make more imps. Every imp costs more money than last, and the other spell that we've got at the moment is the possess creature spell, which will allow us to inhabit the body of one of our guys. The beetles have this pretty impressive fisheye lens thing going on, and the flies have this kind of kaleidoscope effect. Now it looks like we've got intruders approaching. If we look at the map, we can see these white marks are intruders. We can't see them here on the main screen, but we can see them up in the map there. What'll happen is they'll breach our walls where there aren't any walls and attempt to kill everything they find, which will be fine because we've got plenty of things to kill them with. And they're being stupid and not coming up here, so what we'll do is we'll go and meet them. There we go, it's payday. They should be coming through any moment now. Come on lads, where are you? There we go. So as you can see, 3 heroes here. The little flowers they've got above their heads are their health. As our creatures attack them, and as they get defended against, those flowers will deplete until they're empty. When they're empty, the creature dies. Each of these guys drops a little money, which is handy since we've got no gold left to dig. We can put that in the treasure room, and it reaches our overall cash reserves. we go. Big guy himself. The imps will run. They can fight, but they are rubbish. The flies will generally run from anything stronger than them, and that's pretty much everything. But the beetles will attack him. You can only get a handful of creatures attacking in melee at any one time, so this guy's going to sit on the sides until one of his mates dies or runs away. You can tell them to run away by pressing this button. You see, he got a little bit unwell, so he's going to go back to bed and heal up. We conquered this realm. The imps will come and collect the gold if we leave them to it, or we can pick it up ourselves. Put it in here. It'll add to our pile. And then that's pretty much it. The level doesn't finish immediately. Sometimes hidden in the map there'll be dungeon specials, extra spells, secret creatures, secret rooms, etc. that we might want to explore. Sometimes they can be very useful. There might be a secret level, there might be a thing for taking a creature to the next level, or something like that that we might find quite useful. But this is level 1 and there's none of that. So that's the basics of Dungeon Keeper. Find the enemies and kill them. Protect your own heart, because the enemies will come and destroy you if you're not paying attention. And at the moment on the tutorial, it's fairly basic, only a handful of rooms that we can build, but we can end up getting more and more rooms as we go on. Same with the spells, we get a lot of spells, and even traps and doors going on, and a variety of other creatures, which you'll see later in the playlist. Anyway, that is level 1. Let's have a quick look at the score and see what the outcome was.
Branahawk. War and anthrax have taken to this land like fleas to a rat. The region is, thanks to your unstinting efforts, now a major eyesore.